this shaky financial foundation of the industry wasn't as well understood as perhaps the environmental issues were. But I ended up in a weird way sort of coming around to an environmental view, and I'd say that that's twofold. One is because I spoke to a lot of investors actually who are actively trying to figure out when the dawn of the age of renewables will be. And the prism through which investors see it is we don't have to know when we're going to stop using oil and gas. We just have to be able to see when that time is going to be. And that's when investment in these projects is going to dry up. And there's some big private equity firms that have already stopped putting any money into oil and gas because they think that time is sooner rather than later. So I think from an investment, from a market-driven perspective, it actually, and there's such huge debate about when it will be that no one knows the answer, but at least there are some people who are thinking that it's sooner. And that was surprising to me because these aren't people who are saying they care about the environment. They're people who are investing clearly, just purely from a financial angle. And then I actually ended the book by, people had told me that Charlie Munger, do you guys know who Charlie Munger is? He's Warren Buffett's cranky old sidekick, still brilliant in his 90s. I can only hope for as much. But he actually has a conservationist point of view. And his argument is that chemical feedstocks are still the only way to feed a nation. They're what account for our great increase in yield per acre. And that what are we doing, pulling all this stuff out of the ground when we might need it to feed our population? And so he came at it from a slightly different perspective, but one that was very, very compelling to me.